Ooh.
It's all good. What's good? God is good. I'm your host, J.DIDIT, and this is Thursday Therapies, a podcast for all creatives, artists, rappers, writers, poets, activists, everybody on the creative scene. Sacramento creative scene podcast therapy session. Today I have Reese from the up-and-coming YouTube group Mightyboyz. Mightyboyz platform is a fun, outgoing podcast that does street interviews at sack parties. They discuss blow up on the YouTube scene, talking about the types of girls they like, to the value of having money, and a wide variety of other topics in between. Mightyboyz have been working hard, staying consistent, and they strive to do quality work over everything. Welcome, Reese. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How's your week going?
We're doing good, busy.
Busy,
trying
work.
to plan out the content. Yeah, working, you feel me? Day-to-day job. But, the YouTube, so trying to figure out that kind of stuff.
Right, the hustle and grind.
The
of
hustle
every day.
and grind.
Right. There's so many things going on that you gotta stay consistent. And I've been seeing that Mightyboyz been consistent for
You've been
sure.
checking out videos and stuff?
Yeah, I'm like, y'all been having too much fun out there for me. I'm like, Thursday Therapies might have to go on the road.
Might have to. Which video did you watch? The new one? Confessions with Strangers?
I didn't do that one. I did the New Year's one, and
Yeah.
then I did another one after that. I don't remember exactly what it was,
Yeah, the
but
New
I was
Year's
just
vlog.
like, that's fun. Y'all are just out there on the scene,
It's out there having fun, talking to people.
I love it.
It's a good time.
It is, and the energy is good. You got how many guys are in the Mightyboyz?
So I have a co-host. His name's Jay. Shout out to Jay.
Jay.
He's not in today. And then
Right.
I have my other guy. He's helping us out. Cameraman. His name is Dave.
Okay.
Shout out to Dave as well.
Oh yeah, cameraman Dave. Yeah.
Cameraman Dave, man,
Yep.
legend.
Yep. Shout out to Dave.
Shout out
Yeah,
to Dave.
that's
So
dope.
it's just three of us.
Okay.
Lions Den, my sister. Shout out to my sister. She helps me out on some
Okay,
things
nice.
as well. But it's typically just the three of us. You know what I'm saying? We find a video. We do interviews. We try to do different stuff. We try to mix in the bag a little bit. So
Right. No, it's a lot. Like I said, a wide variety of topics all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good. Like I said, the New Year's one was New Year's resolutions and just, what do you want for the next year? That's
well, exactly. It's simple questions too. You know what I
Right.
mean? I mean, sometimes crazy ass questions we
No,
be
but
asking.
that's good. I mean, vulnerable and people just on the spot and being able to speak their truth and just have a good time, really.
No,
It's dope.
exactly.
Just dope. Yeah. So, as you know, this is Thursday Therapies. This is a discussion on mental health awareness. I want to get your outlook on mental health and see, see how you feel.
Well, I feel
about
like
it.
personally, me, mental health is like so important. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like growing up, you know what I'm saying? I grew up in the religious scene. I grew up high school going to church. Voluntarily, my parents didn't force me to.
Right.
And I still believe in God and all that. But mental health was very not really talked about when
Right.
I was growing up. You know what I mean? So getting older, living by myself, college, doing the YouTube scene is like mental health, like depression, anxiety, all that kind of stuff kind of creeped into my life around that time period. And I didn't know how to really handle it and navigate through it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I could just move on, pass it on.
Right.
So I don't know, these past few years I've been learning my mental health is the most important component to who I am as well-being.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If my mental's not right, first of all, I'm not going to be right with my family, my relationships, my friendships.
Right.
Also, too, on the business side, the YouTube-wise, we want really to grow because my mental's not really there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, treat yourself right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Check yourself. Check your mental
Take yourself
health.
on dates.
Yes, I love that.
Do little things, meditate. I
Yes.
meditate every day.
I love that. So, I have this question is,
Yeah.
when did you become aware of mental health? And you kind of answered that now. How old were you?
So to be more specific, I went to college for 4 years. I'm trying to be a youth pastor at that time. It's so weird because when I was 5, I was preaching to toys, but I also had my own talk show. So it was I'm gonna be a youth pastor. I'm gonna be a content creator. I don't know.
You've been manifesting this since
Since I was 5.
Wow.
But when I was in high school, I always hated YouTube. I never watched YouTube.
Right.
Growing up until college, I started watching different, local minorities, different kind of stuff. Shout out to them. And then I'm like, you know what? I want to do this.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I dropped out of college to do that. So dropping out of college or proven career, something that would give me stability, you know what I'm saying? This is this is the route you take. You know what I'm saying? You grow up, go to college, you take the job, get married, have kids,
Right.
So doing that, and then doing the YouTube thing, you know what I'm saying? It took a huge drastic, you know what I'm saying? I lived with my best friend at the time, still my best friend, shout out to Patrick, who helped start the channel.
Okay.
So I lived in his garage doing the YouTube for full time. So it's like I had no money. I was eating tacos. So that's when mental health obviously started to creep in, because I'm like, I'm over here starving. I'm over here taking chances. Like, my family members, friends are like, what are you doing? Like, do not do this. Everyone wants to be a YouTuber. Yeah. So that's when mental health started to come into effect for me, when I was at my lowest point mentally of, I know I want to do this. How am I going to do this?
Right.
And actually doing it. And then realizing my mental health was important through that process. Like, okay, I need to make sure I take care of myself. I need to make sure I get, meditate. I need to make sure I have the me time. I need to make sure we're not just doing, like I told Dave last night, we went to the gym. We're not just doing YouTube pop every weekend. It's like, we're going to take breaks. We're going to have to, stay at home, take a nap, rest, relax, clean the apartment type shit. So anyways, that's where mental health started to become a factor. So around 22.
Oh, okay.
I'm about 24 now, so like 22, 21.
Okay, so I mean that's still it's a good age for you to be able to take initiative and know that that this is very important, and don't just let it party and keep working. People are workaholics, and then they don't really realize that mental health is a big factor in it, and then they burn themselves out, and it starts affecting their physical health.
Yeah, no, for real. And that's the thing. Like, even like, I feel like mental health, especially for black men, but men in general, it becomes like, we were taught to be the strong ones. We were taught to be the protectors. We were taught to, have it all together on the outside. Yeah. So on the inside, if you, become vulnerable, you look weak. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way I, like, I was blessed. My dad's in my life. He's very active. But still, my dad was so like, everything's together, everything's set. Yeah. It's like, it's hard to kind of like be vulnerable. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you look weak if you're vulnerable. That's the way, black men especially.
There's still a stigma,
exactly.
on men in general. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure. So, how did your family handle the mental health issues? Did you have any in your home, or everything, like you said, was just not talked about?
Everything was like, it's like in the middle, like my parents were good parents. I was blessed to grow up in a wonderful household. They instilled a lot of values in me. Yeah. But it's just those values is like, we just never really talk about it. It's not like I was struggling and they disregarded it. It was just like you said, the day-to-day. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We went to church, went to work. I had both working parents, so it's like, we just didn't talk about it. We see each other at dinner. We eat dinner, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know how that is. Yeah, the day-to-day. You don't have, how do you even start that conversation? Right. You know what I'm saying? As a teenager, as, living in the household. Oh, I'm going through this, I'm going through that. Because at that time, I didn't really know.
Yeah, and a lot of people, like you said, you're faith-based, your family is, and a lot of people, that's what they, that's what they're grounded in, is, the church, and is their higher power. So, therapy, going outside of your church is something that a lot of people don't really believe in.
Yeah.
Can you say that's
definitely true, especially minority communities and families.
Yeah. So, okay. Did you ever have to witness any mental health disparities in your home or in your community, like any negative treatment, that had to do with any type of mental health issues?
Honestly, not in my home specifically, but like, we're just traveling. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see a lot of stuff when you go outside. Right. That's why I fell in love with the YouTube process, because we started YouTube as a college group, so we're just doing it in college, just kind of like for shits and giggles. Yeah. And then, my bad, can you cuss on here?
You can do whatever
okay. We started off like as a group for YouTube, shits and giggles, making TikToks. Then it would transition to me and Patrick doing it. We went out to the streets, we went to downtown Sag, went to Vegas, LA, the Bay, and then we're seeing different groups of people. We're seeing different sections of people. And you know what I mean? Like, so seeing like mental health being affected on people, because people just go out to the club. People like try to cure the depression by going to the club and clubbing harder, by fucking harder, by doing whatever it is for them, knowing that it's hella junk they're putting into themselves.
Right, just masking
the issues. Exactly.
Issues, yeah.
So like, I'm very observant. Like, I used to not be. Like, now I am a little bit. So I'm like, I'm seeing this. I'm like, damn, like, this is really mental issues, because it's like, when you go to the club, like, it's okay to have fun. Right. Like, it's okay to have a drink. It's okay to, you know what I'm saying, fuck around. You know what I'm saying? Like, live life. Right. But when you're doing it over, like, your principles or your responsibilities, or you're doing it to mask, that's where it becomes a issue. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I seen, you could just see the sadness in people's eyes.
Right. Yeah.
You really see it.
Yeah, all their values go out the window, and they're just, you know, surviving, really just existing. I don't even know if surviving, it just existing.
Well, I think, surviving too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always tell myself, well, when I was going through the mental health, when I realized, when I got to that point, I was like, you know what? I'm really down in mental health. I used to tell myself every day, I don't want to survive. I want to be happy.
Right.
I don't want to just survive. I want to be happy. So I told myself that every day, up to a point, and that's what really got me through it, because life's more about, people say it's about survival, but it's like, no, I feel like life's more about your happiness, how you truly feel on the inside.
Yeah.
Like, do you love being yourself?
Right. So, my question for you is, how did it make you feel? Like, what were you feeling at your lowest point?
My lowest point?
Like
with the mental, or just in general? Like, if
just your mental health. Like, were you feeling sad? Like, did it affect you in any type of way where it was like debilitating? You couldn't get up and go to work, or like how did you feel?
Well, knowing this is like being like the leader in my kind of like YouTube group, whatever. You water everybody, but I wasn't watered. You know what I'm saying? You put everyone on the back, but it's like, you feel me? No, I never felt like someone had my back. So it's like, I did have good friends like Patrick, who helped me through it. My best friend, obviously, when I actually opened up to him, he was the first person I opened up with. But again, the day-to-day mixed in with the YouTube content, mixed in with, you feel me? When you have a dream and you're pushing it, not everyone's going to push with you. Right. Now, they will help you, but if it's not their dream, they're not going to really fully, you know what I'm saying, push onto it. Yeah. So I had, you know what I'm saying, my friends go to work, all this kind of stuff. I've dropped out of college, living in their garage, dang near broke. They're still working a job right now that doesn't pay me nearly as good, so I can have the freedom to do the YouTube. Yeah. So anyway, so I like went through it like, damn, like I'm really like, I'm not being watered. And at the time I didn't know what it was. So I just felt like, you know what I'm saying, I didn't eat, or that I ate too much.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just eat too much. Oh, let me just talk. Let me just eat.
Yeah.
Or then it's like there've been moves when I didn't want to move.
Yeah.
Stay on the couch, watch TV.
Yeah.
Get away, escape.
Be stuck
escape.
In the TV. That's why, can turn the TV off.
Turn the TV off. Yeah, turn the TV off.
Right.
So
no,
I was just being.
Suck you in, and it'll. That's the devil right there.
That's the devil.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. Like, I believe in God fully, and that's the thing how I got out of it. I'm like, the devil wants me to be in this, so that's why I was like, I'm gonna keep locking in, keep doing this, keep meeting the correct people in my life, keep going. So
at that time, you just didn't feel supported, really.
No,
really,
supportive.
You didn't feel supported.
Watered.
Because
I didn't have enough self-time. I was just going hard.
Okay.
22, 23, I was just like,
you know
what I'm saying? Like losing people in the process, learning about myself in the process, because there was a point in time where we like blew up. So there was a point in time where we were just doing videos, we're averaging like, 50 views and stuff. Yeah. Then we went to a point, we went to Vegas, we had 31,000. Then we started averaging 10,000 views. So, like, people started switching up. So I didn't really know how to navigate that.
Yeah.
So I was, like, losing friends, losing trust, losing really myself.
Yeah.
Doing that 2-year period.
Yeah.
So
what did you do to ground yourself? I mean, you just got to teach yourself boundaries. Did you get any outside help?
Yeah. I just, you know what I'm saying, like, YouTubers helped me. Like, I just watched, like, minorities, different kinds of stuff. But also, too, it was just, like, seeing family members or friends, like, push people away made me be like, I don't want to, if I keep doing what I'm doing, if I keep being selfish in my own ways, I'm just going to lose everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, life's not about that. So how do I change?
Right.
How do I get better? You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I give a quick shout out on here. We have a Patreon as well where people pay monthly for podcasts, because I do podcasts too. Not as professional as this. This is really professional. This whole process has been professional. Yeah. We just do it kind of at home. And we do it at Lions Den Studio as well sometimes. But anyway, so I'm managing a Patreon as well. So I'm managing like 2 channels, so YouTube, Patreon. Okay. You know what I mean? But just like having people look up to you. You know what I'm saying? Like kids, like teenagers, they bought the Patreon. Now, it's not a lot, but they still buy the Patreon. It's like, damn, I have people looking up to me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I have a niece and nephew. I have family that looks up to me. You know what I mean? Friends look up to me. And then you start realizing there's more to life than just surviving, than just being regular. Like, what do I want to teach my niece and nephew? What do I want to teach the people who, you feel me, watch our YouTube for entertainment, you know what I'm saying, hearing crazy answers. Also, too, for Patreon, like the mental health issues, right? Yeah. I have to be an example. I have to, you know what I'm saying? I might make mistakes. I might wild out a few
We're all
times.
humans.
But it's kind of like, it does happen. But it's kind of like the way I was living was so not the reflection that I wanted. So I was like, you know what? I'm changing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I got my apartment. Like, I changed up a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
That's what made that switch.
And that's okay, though, because we're all learning and growing, you know, and we're all human. And
Exactly.
sometimes we mess up. We just have to keep going. We can't let that get to us because, like, sometimes the pressure is on where it does mess with your mental.
Yeah.
You know, and then you're sitting there worried, like, what is my image? What do I really want people? What do I want the world to see me as, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that does kind of affect your mental. So you just got to have to be clear mind in order to, you know,
And love yourself fully.
Continue, to love yourself and be authentic to who you are and stay grounded in who you are so that it can show in your work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Being yourself is really okay. Like, if you're watching this video, I don't know like how many people watch it, who's watching it, but being yourself is probably like the biggest lesson I learned in my entire life. And my family my brother used to preach that, my brother and sister used to preach that to me growing up. Like, being yourself's okay, you know, because they're different people.
Right.
But I didn't know who I was. I want to be like, the cool kids. I want to be the smart kid. I want to be the goody kid.
Right.
So it's like I wasn't really fully myself.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what we teach people on Patreon, because guys like, how do you spit game? How do you do this? How do you get chicks? It's like, you don't get chicks from being a bad guy. You don't get chicks from being a toxic dude. You get chicks because you're just yourself.
Right.
Authentic, fully yourself.
Right.
And people naturally gravitate towards that.
Right.
So, I mean.
Definitely. So, you're so young and you're just now really, you know, learning about mental health. I know because, like you said, your family's faith-based and you had a pretty good upbringing, but this is one of my questions is, do you feel like the world's understanding on mental health has changed since you first became aware of mental health?
I don't think the word has changed. I think the stigma with social media, TikTok, Twitter, X, whatever, I feel like it's been talked about more, to good degrees and bad degrees. I think it's certain subject matters, like with relationships or with, you know what I'm saying, a lot of, or even on music, you know what I mean? I do believe mental health should be talked about a lot more.
Yeah.
There's so much toxic that's being preached. You know what I mean? I sometimes fall victim of it. Like, you listen to music, and I was just talking to my sister-in-law about this, and it's like, you don't know what the lyrics are saying. Right. Like, they're talking about cheating. They're talking about, if your man's not shit, then, you feel me, leave him. When your man's broke, leave him. And it's like, we're just dancing to it because the beat. We're just, you know what I'm saying, vibing to it because, like, it's a good cleaning song. It's a good driving song. But then you start listening to the lyrics, or you watch your TikToks, and it's like, you know, you watch TikToks and shit. So you see it like, if your man's broke, leave him. If your man's not shit, leave him.
The message is
just like,
your mental.
Exactly.
Like, you are what you eat. Pretty much, you are what you listen to.
Yeah.
And the more you listen to that stuff, the more you're gonna start believing it.
Exactly. That's the thing. Is like, I listen to it now, and I'm like, no, like, this is fucked up. But most people don't.
Yeah.
Most people just jam to it.
Yeah.
They have no fucking clue.
No clue. Yeah. So, do you believe in seeking outside support or therapy? Have you ever been to therapy?
I never been to therapy, but I'm not opposed to it. I feel like everyone's different. Everyone has their own, you know what I'm saying, thing that needs to help them.
Right.
For me, it was just kind of like listen to podcasts, just being inspired to be better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I mentioned earlier, my niece, nephew, like seeing family. You know what I'm saying? We do different like lifestyles than regular people. We do content.
Right.
So it's like we have people that look up to you. Even you, I'm sure you have people that look up to you, even though you don't see them, because you're basically talking to a screen.
Right.
But that's for me personally. But I'm not opposed to, like, if someone's doing therapy, if it helps them, then so be it. Like, that's helpful.
Right. But you like have different ways of taking care of your mental health and your self-care. Like you said, you know, family over everything, really.
Exactly.
And that's the way it should be. I know we can't choose our family members, and sometimes they're not all the greatest, but at the same time, it's just like, since you have such a good foundation, your family has such a good foundation, faith-based, that's a plus. You know, because a lot of people don't have that. And when you're grounded in what you believe in, then it makes all the better, because if you're being guided by a higher power greater than yourself, then that's amazing.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people don't realize that you know, that's another outlet. That is another outlet. If you don't have therapy, it's good to get your mind, body, and your soul, you know, grounded into a belief system that will guide you to greater a greater life.
No, exactly.
Other than, you know, like you said, following the music or whatever you believe in, whatever, you know, leave your man, cheat on him, or whatever you're saying.
It's just the falling in the trends.
You'll fall for anything.
You fall because that's what the devil, he makes things like the music interesting, the TV shows interesting. You have to be like self-absorbed, like, you know, like, okay, like, for example, and I tell guys this all the time, if you like some guys, they spend all day just going on Instagram chasing chicks all day. That's super junky. You feel me? Like, that's so much junk food in your life.
Yeah.
But if it's like, you know what I'm saying, you go out to the club and you're vibing at Bar Rest for the night, you know what I'm saying, talk to a chick, it's good. But you have to have your life in order. Right. You have to, you know what I'm saying, work. You have to be okay with yourself. You can't figure out something before figuring out yourself. Right. You have to have yourself down first.
Right. So,
that's the most important piece.
So you said you're not opposed to going to therapy.
I'm not opposed to.
If it needed to come down.
If it needed to come down to it, if that was like an option for me, I would do it.
Yeah.
And because I know some people, they'd be like, "Oh, fuck therapy." It's like, no. Like, if that's an option, I'd do it. Right. Or if someone else is like, "Hey, like I'm thinking about going to therapy," if my friend went up to me and said that, then do it. Yeah. I support my friend. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
100% dope. That's dope. Thank you. So, what kind of outside support do you get with your mental health? And I think I just asked.
Yeah, you asked that. And just again, like, just podcasters looking up to people, knowing inspiration is being looked up from the bottom to you, and just knowing, like I said, if I put in junk, intake junk, then my life's gonna be junk. I'm gonna feel like shit. I'm gonna feel like junk, and that's gonna help me, my mental, go down. Obviously, if I'm feeling like shit, obviously, it's not gonna help matters with my mind. What I tell myself day to day too. You have to love yourself day to day. You know, doing the YouTube, I grew a lot. You know, like, I was just going. So I was just doing some fucked up shit. But like, now when I do the YouTube, I tell myself, like, I love myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing a good job. I came a long way from our first video to now. You know what I'm saying? So just telling yourself that, like, we got farther with our channel than I ever thought we'd be. And I tell myself that I'm blessed. And it's like, yeah, we're going to go farther. Yeah, all this other shit. But it's like, let's just enjoy where we are now. Right. Enjoying, you have your fridge. I have my fridge. It's like, don't shit on no one else's fridge. Don't compare yourself to no one else's fridge either. Right. So it's kind of like that kind of thing. I had to really learn that, teach myself that. Because when you do that, when you hate on other people, when you kind of like are selfish in your own way, then that's when life treats you really bad. You don't feel good about that. Not at all. About yourself.
And then your content, you could tell in your content, because it's going to start going downhill.
Yeah, it's just the same trend, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the thing, like, too, with the right people in the content. But still, it's like your content's just stagnant. That's the word for it, stagnant.
Right. So, what are some coping skills you use to get you through the day?
Like, when I wake up day to day?
Yeah, when you wake up day to day, your mental. You said you go to the gym.
Yeah, I just got in the gym bag. I used to go to the gym a year straight with my brother, and I just got a gym membership yesterday. I work out with shout out to Dave. But I get in the gym bag because it helps you mentally being around people. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's working out. And I had a racist encounter actually last night too about that.
No.
But
the gym?
At the gym. Dang. It was crazy. Like, the guy at the front desk. But long story short, I came in there and I was like, okay, I'm trying to work. Like, my dad had a friend. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to bring race into stiff stuff, but he's white. And he's like, hey, bro, I just walk right in and just go play basketball. You know what I'm saying? So I walked in. He's in the gym waiting for me. And they're like, you can't come in to me and my boy Dave. We're like, what the fuck? So we go outside, call my brother. He's like, just use my membership. Go back in. Hey, can we use my brother's? No. Okay. Go back outside. They said, you could get a 3-day pass for $40.
Oh, wow.
3-day pass for 40. I'm like thinking to myself, like, shit, I got the money, but do I do it? We go outside. We talk about it. Turns out the 3-day pass was free. Oh, wow. So we walk back inside. We're like, hey, like, Dave stood up for me and shout out to Dave because when that kind of situation happens, because people watch videos about the racism stuff, and it's like, oh, what do they? Why they're not saying nothing? You're just so in shock,
right?
You know what I'm saying? You don't like. My body was like really like frozen. I didn't know what to do because he's deliberately being like overbearing. Right. So Dave was like, hey, is this a problem? Like, you're being racist right now. Dave just calls it out, And he's like, no, we're not. And we're like, we have a 3-day free trial. We signed up for everything. It says show the front desk. He's like, well, I'm not giving you the 3-day free trial because I don't feel comfortable if you guys going to the gym.
What?
And I was like, what? So Dave was like, let me talk to the manager. So he calls the manager. He doesn't let us talk to the manager. Oh, wow. So long story short, I ended up just getting a membership, but it was such like a realization that this ward needs like more help.
Wow.
That was like really.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Exactly. I go inside the basketball gym. My boy's like, what happened? Oh, you just like took it out. I was like, yeah, this. And we told him, and he's like, man, that's fucked up, man. I'm sorry. That is. So I just walked through. It's like it's a whole.
You still ended up getting a gym membership at this.
Yeah, because honestly, a few factors, but one factor was, I know like, mind you, this is like the gym by where I live. Yeah. So I was like, you know what, I do want to work out anyway. Secondly, it's like, you know what, this guy thinks we're broke. You know what I'm saying? So it's like different factors to it. But yeah, so I dealt with that last night. So I was like, damn, like that was crazy.
Wow. And if your mental wasn't in the right space, it could have went a whole different way.
Exactly. I was really calm. And that's what Dave told me too. He commented on in the car. We're driving home. He was like, damn, like your mental, like you were really calm in that situation. Like that was so like racist. Like there was a point in time when, you know what I'm saying, Dave wanted to say something else. And I was like, Dave. Yeah. Just let it go.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're blessed. We're blessed enough to even, like, I can even get the membership. Right. Like, right then and there. Right. You feel me? So, yeah, I went through that last night.
Wow, I'm sorry you had to go through that.
That was crazy. But what was the question again? I'm so sorry.
What kind of coping skills do you use through the day to get you through the day?
So the gym bag, I meditate. Every night when I go to sleep, I think about what's, like, how I could be better as a leader, as a man, as a YouTube creator, whatever. And then what, you know what I'm saying, what am I doing good? Like, what's working good? Let's talk about the positive, you know? Nice. So it's like I'd say something positive, and then it's not even negative. It's just I could just do this better.
Positive affirmations.
Yep, positive affirmations. Because, like, Dave just joined the team, and he's younger, you know what I'm saying, young cat. So, like, thinking, like, how could I be a good leader to him? Right. How could I water Dave? Right. You know what I'm saying? And so, because if I water Dave and Dave feels watered, he's going to water back. Like, we all come together instead of just being like, you do this, you do this, you do this, you do this, you do this. Because, like, I used to do that.
I love that you guys are, I love that you have that, you know, you can see that. That's what needs to happen. And for your team to grow, I just love that. You're so aware of that.
I used to not be, I swear to God. But
it's all growth.
Yeah, it's growth. So I'm blessed. So that helps me. Watering Dave, you know what I'm saying? Like, is watering me. Yeah. So that helps me. That's a coping mechanism. Also, too, is just, like you said, just being aware. That's pretty much the main thing I do. Yeah. Is loving where I'm at, loving my present spot in my journey. And, you know what I'm saying, spending time with family. You know what I'm saying? I see my niece and nephew. That's important. Now, I want to see them a little more, but it's like I see them. You know, just taking YouTube off. Right. That's what it is. Because people be like, content. It's like I do content. I try to make good content, but it's like I make the good content because I want to be the best mentally. So take mental breaks, hang out with the family. That's the best. Medicine. Leave the laptop at home.
The best medicine right there is just being in the moment. Yeah,
exactly. Sure. Like I don't want people to even see me for the YouTube. Like when I walk outside and I talk to people, I'm like, oh, I did YouTube, and they're like, oh, you do YouTube, and then I'm like, yeah, and they're like, what the fuck? Like, oh, you doing crazy ass shit. In real life, you just kind of just chill. You like to dance. I'm like, yeah, I know, but just having that time where it's like YouTube, not YouTube.
Right.
Splitting it.
Yeah, no, you have to. It's completely different. It's just completely
Some people don't do that.
The same thing with me, like just going out and, you know, I do music and poetry and Thursday therapies but when I'm with my kids, I'm with my kids.
Yeah, just enjoy that. Yeah. Watch an NBA game with your nephew. You know what I'm saying? Like I have another nephew, shout out to Zeke. He's like cute. 19, you know what I'm saying? He's like my little brother. You know what I'm saying? Just spending time with him, like sometimes he comes over. You know what I'm saying? Because I got my spot. So we come over, chill. Or like, it feels like we're kids again. Yeah. Like that. And now should be more times. You know what I'm saying? It's less times because like the busyness of life. But also too, it's like having that moment. Yeah. Acknowledging that moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like I'm sure my sister would be watching this, but we did the downtown vlog, the one you watched. Yeah. You know, my sister did the whole, you know what I'm saying, shout out to her, Lions Den. She paid for the hotel room. Nice. Set up the whole bar service. So we had a good time. But one of my favorite memories of that night was in the morning, I'm hungover as shit. She's hungover. I don't think she's that hungover. My nephew's hungover, like all the shit. And we're just enjoying breakfast together.
That's nice.
You know what I'm saying? And in that moment, you know what I'm saying, you know, Ziggy, my nephew's tired. Like, hey, like I was out with my boys walking around. So I'm tired. I want to go upstairs. And DJ's like, no. Enjoy that. My sister, that's her name. Queen Love. Enjoy this moment. Enjoy this breakfast. She's like, that's what I wanted. This is what I want the whole time. Like, we could do the fun stuff. We could make the bangers. We could do a lot of all that stuff. Yeah. But the moment right here is us eating some dried up omelets. I don't fuck with omelets. It was a nice hotel. I don't fuck with omelets. But like that's like the memory. That's the important part.
That quality time is the best time.
Exactly. Right. So family time helps me.
Yeah, no, that's dope. That's me too. Like I said, like I just love being with my kids. That's the best.
It's beautiful.
Okay, so those are my questions. Let's switch gears. You're an interview. You interview. How do you find out about these parties? Like, how do you know? I mean, you're young, so of course you know. You know, you have hookups. So you just be popping up anywhere?
Man, so long story short, what happened was, because everyone's like, most people don't know. I didn't go to parties. I didn't have a desire to go to parties. Yeah. Growing up. I never went to a single party. Never drank alcohol. I never smoked. Like, I was, like, very goody all the way. So, we did the YouTube in college. And I watch interviews on YouTube. I started watching them. And I was like, you know, like, I want to do that, but I don't think I can. And then we went to downtown Sac. Never forget this. With Jeremiah, me and Jeremiah, we went to downtown Sac. And that changed my entire life. Yeah. We did Message to Your Ex. It's actually on YouTube. It's like one of the first. You probably saw like the new version of it, but we did Message to Your Ex, like 3-minute video, and I felt like a superstar. Yeah. Like I just felt like so famous because like I don't know. It's just they would just answer the question. Yeah. Fuck you, bitch. I fucking hate you, bitch. Right. And it's like we averaged like about 10 views. Like, what the fuck? So at that time, Patrick was doing his own YouTube channel. Jeremiah kind of did his own music thing. Shout out to Jabari. So I'm like, shit, I want to do this YouTube thing, Patrick. I want to do this YouTube thing. So that's how we started doing interviews. Okay. And I think it was just word to mouth at first. You know what I'm saying? So we're just doing interviews. And the thing about us is we give it 100%. Yeah. Even if we don't know. Yeah. Like, you mind, I didn't know how to edit. I bought this laptop. I bought a 2007 iMac. And it was my last $200. This is due in college. Oh, wow. I had $10 in my bank account. I paid for a $200 laptop. My account was negative $150. And everyone was like, what the hell are you doing? I got old-ass iMac. I was like, I'm doing this because I know I'm going to take it seriously. Yeah. You feel me? And I paid for this editing software. So I'm down a whole negative $400. Yeah. Like, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, I know if I'm doing this, I know I'm going to want to do this. Yeah. So anyways, to answer the question, it's just word to mouth. Every video we got better. Every video we learn game. Like, there's been many times we failed. Like, we went to LA, the Bay, didn't get no clips. People were laughing at us. People were telling us to leave. People were telling us to give up. So we went through a lot of battles, but also to the people who fuck with us from SAC. Shout out to the SAC fan base. Yeah. Yeah, so there's a lot going on in the creative scene. So like, a lot. I see you at Shady Lady a lot. You guys don't interview there. I'm at not Shady Lady. Torch. Sorry, Torch Club. Shout out to Torch. Shout out to Lab Rats for real. Yeah, Torch Club. Shady Lady also. Yeah, Shady Lady. Yep. I ran to you a few times there. And then at the Flamingo House, the K Bar. There's so many different things going on. So do you guys ever think of just pulling up and interviewing all the artists? Yeah. So the Torch Club specifically Sunday sessions. That's my relaxation time. Okay. Like I don't do work. I be see you over there. I just be dancing, enjoying the time, hanging out with my friends. So I don't want to mix that up. I feel like once it starts feeling like work, it's not fun anymore. It's not fun. If I'm not having fun, work should be fun. Well, don't get me wrong. Work is fun. Like, trust me, we travel, we have a good time. Yeah. I'm not saying it's like you should watch that dude's video. Like, it's a swell time. But that's why I have that balance. I keep like a strict balance with it. But we do interviews on K Street. We do interviews downtown. That's why I said the last video we went to K Street. We interviewed in front of mangoes, faces, like all that kind of stuff. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, because I'm hitting.
Because you're watching it like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Well, I'm just like hitting up all the. I know Tsunami. Shout out Tsunami. He goes to the different open mics and interviews a lot of the artists.
Yeah, because again, I'm still really a stay-at-home type person. Like I said, like growing up in high school, I literally went to church and then I stayed home. Oh, wow. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the youngest in my family, basically the only kid. Because my siblings are like different in age. Exactly. So I just stayed home. I used to play by myself with my toys. Growing up as kids and teenage, I was just playing my video game by myself. So I'm really just a stay at home. And I go to little bars here and there, but I don't be going outside like that. Trying to. I mean, I go to like small clubs locally, but
because I see you got a lot of content. I know you be outside a little bit.
I be outside for sure. I be outside, but
it's different places.
Doing content, it's like I'm trying to enjoy myself sometimes.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's definitely good. You guys don't pull up to any events or anything like that?
Yeah, we when it comes to a fall for me, I'm very a to myself person, and it gives off the wrong vibe to people sometimes. Like, what the fuck, is he Hollywood? It's like, I really try not to be Hollywood, but it's like I grew up so to myself that's hard for me to reach out to people. It's hard for me to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you, obviously, like that was natural. You feel me? Sunday sesh, but like I don't go out my way, really like that.
Yeah. Like
to my fault. Like I have to start practicing more of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really just don't go out my way like that.
I mean, because you're a great interviewer. I love it. I love all the content that you guys have. I love you, like your editing. And
I appreciate that. Appreciate the love.
Like, yeah, no, for sure. It's just really a good, fun scene.
No,
I
definitely.
really like it.
It is. It's like, but the most important piece of it is like, like so many there's like content creators who I have inspiration from. Yeah. Like minorities, I have inspiration from them. Then it's like Nook Boys, that kind of style. But it's like you have to be yourself in the videos. You have to have your own sauce. You have to be like, oh, this is, you feel me? This is Reese off camera and on camera. Yeah. Because many people see you on camera. Right. So they're like, is he really like this off camera? Is he really? Now it's like, I am like this. Now I'm a little bit more chill. I'm not coming in there. What's your craziest sex story? Right. But it's like I'm still the same person.
Yeah, I mean,
pumped up. You know what I'm saying? It's like a rush. It's like a rush. You be outside, like the vibes there. That you just. Yeah. But many people, like I know YouTubers who are just like completely different people. Yeah. Off the camera. Right. So that's why I always try to just be myself.
Be yourself always.
Throw your own sauce on there.
That's great advice. That's the best advice you could ever tell anybody.
I mean, I watch your videos too. Yeah. Every video you say the same thing. Same thing. Welcome to mental. Like you do the line. You throw the sauce on there. Yeah. But then I'm seeing you at, you know what I'm saying, the Sunday sessions, and you're just being yourself. Right. That's why I fucked with you. Yeah. You feel me? That's why I was like, okay, let's do this podcast. Right. It took a minute because like we be busy and shit, but it's like. You're yourself. Yes, thank you. Good ass energy, positive energy, authenticity. So I fucked with that shit.
I do too. No, that's dope. Good.
Yeah, no, I'm serious. Like,
yes, no. So that's dope. You're really well rounded, and it's awesome for you to be so aware of that at such a young age. Like I see you going places. Like I could see you just doing so much more on the scene. And it's amazing to be able to have this interview with you.
It's amazing to be interviewed. So thanks so much for having me. I really appreciate you. So, what you do for the community.
Thank you. So if you could give the listeners some advice, I know you're not going to therapy yourself, but you are your family. You grew up faith based. Mm-hmm. What could you tell our listeners to do to check their mental health, or what advice could you give them to get grounded?
Start loving who you are. Yeah. Start loving yourself. I have to look at the.
You don't have to.
Is there a camera right here? Okay. Start loving yourself. Yeah. First and foremost. Yeah. Don't just survive. Be like really happy, like we talked about earlier. Because like, how do you move this? There it is. Being happy and loving yourself will open up doors for you, also too. But you will also just feel good about yourself. You want to wake up in the morning. You're excited about your day. Right. You're not just looking forward to Friday. You're not just looking forward to Sunday. You just love who you are. Right. Like some days, honest to God, like when I go to sleep, I'm mad the day's ending. I'm like, I had too much fun today.
That's dope.
I can't even sleep. I'm so excited. So it's like, having that joy and love and just knowing where you are. And I'm saying knowing, hey, I made a mistake.
Right.
Knowing to apologize to that friend.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I lost friends in my past because I didn't know how to apologize.
Yeah. No.
You feel me? That's a really important. So, I mean, just knowing, like, hey, like, you know, man, I'm sorry, Dave. I'm just throwing you in it. But, hey, look, Dave, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I should have thought about what I was doing when I made that decision. I'm sorry that I did that. Jay, my bad. I keep forgetting you have a life, too, outside the YouTube. Okay, let's record this video next week. And we can, you know what I'm saying, you can handle your business. Like, knowing that, you know what I'm saying, hey, Mom, I'm sorry. Like, I missed when I was supposed to take you out to lunch. Like, knowing how to do that, but then also, too, knowing how to spend time for your people. It could be family, it could be friends. You know what I'm saying? I know some people, you know, you're not close with your family, and that's fine. But you do have family with your friends. We all have a family. It might not be blood related, but we all have a family. Find people who love you. Choose people who choose you. So.
That's amazing advice. That's amazing advice. Is really just hold yourself accountable for your own shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we're all, like I said, like I keep saying, we're all human. We're all trying to figure out. We all do fucked up shit sometimes, but hold yourself accountable. Yeah. If you know you fucked up, apologize for it.
Apologize. Apologize along the way.
That's a great skill to have. That's definitely a great skill to have, and it you know, it just builds all that trust and creates better relationships for you to have a better, you know, better life, and your mental will be so much better. You won't be feeling all that guilt and shame inside of yourself. So you'll be able to, you know, go on about your day and not feel like, oh, I fucked up, or you know.
Oh yeah, because it adds up.
Down. That shit'll weigh you down.
It adds up and weighs you down. Like with my old friends, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm guess what, you know what I'm saying, we're all cool now, but it's like we were so close. Yeah. We would do so much stuff together, and it's like I would just do fucked up shit. Yeah. And it's like doing the fucked up shit is like not on purpose, not intentionally, but just doing it. And then, you know, I'm not saying name specifically, but the name came up. It was like, hey, look, you did all this throughout years. And it's like there's nothing you could say for it now because I didn't apologize at all throughout that whole time. So it's kind of like, holy shit, like you're right. Yeah. Like I should just apologize. I should have owned up as a man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's what made me very, like, self-aware now. Wow. At the age, I'm 24. Like, I'm still young. Yeah. I'm proud of myself. I feel like I'm old. But, like, when I was 21, 22, I didn't have that. I was like, who cares? My way or the highway. Right. I'm the face of Mightyboyz. Who gives a fuck? But, like, now it's like, I want this to be successful. I want to be successful. I want to live healthy. That's amazing. So it's like, hey, I fucked up. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, that's amazing. That's great advice. Yeah, just hold yourself accountable, you know? We all fuck up. It's okay.
We all do.
Yeah. So, where can people find you? What's your social media?
Okay.
What's your YouTube page? What's all your shout outs?
So, shout out to the Mightyboyz with a Z on YouTube. We have the Mightyboyz Network. That's what you probably watched the video on downtown. That's our little backup channel. But the main channel is the Mightyboyz with a Z. We try to go crazy. We do crazy stuff. Crazy entertainment interviews. We talk to people. Try to do vlogs. You know what video you would like? We snuck in Soul Bloom.
Oh, I'm going to see it.
In construction suits.
What?
Yeah, like we do stuff like that.
I love Soul Bloom.
Man, yeah, we stuck in there. Okay. Yeah, were you at the last one? Like the last one they did with Kehlani?
No. Kehlani? Yeah, no.
It was like, I think it was like Saturday.
I don't think so.
Yeah, we snuck in that day. So we just walked, we literally walked around.
Where you walked through. We'll talk about that after.
Well, Patrick's a construction worker.
We'll talk about that after.
Okay. But anyways, Mightyboyz on YouTube. Patreon, Mightyboyz, you feel me? Like, we have, you know what I'm saying, we do podcasts, exclusive content. Just us talking like this in this kind of format. Nice. All that kind of stuff. And also, too, like, shout out to my family lines then, shout out to my people, Jay and Dave. But, yeah, that's where you find us. Tap in, you feel me? Give this video a like. Make sure you watch this. Subscribe.
Thursday Therapies.
Yes.
Check yourself, check your health.
Check yourself, check your health. That's what you say, yeah. Check yourself.
Check yourself, check your mental health.
Oh, check yourself, check your mental health. Because, like, what you do for the community, like, we got to give you your flowers, too. You know what I mean? Like, us content creators. Right. I know you asked before, like, why you reach out to people? You know, that's a skill. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, us, especially, like, Black content creators, we're taught like we have to do our thing. Right. So we're all kind of like in competition, sadly, where we should all be together. Yeah. And you're making that happen. You're bringing us together. You feel me? You want all of it.
know,
So,
bridge
like,
the gap between everybody, you know.
Exactly, because
We're
people
all
teach us
human,
that.
But mental, we all are going through different things in our minds.
Exactly.
You know, and on the hustle and bustle of everyday grind, you
Exactly.
know, we still got to take a moment to sit back and be like, you know, mental health is a real issue.
It's a real issue, and what you have, the platform is really beautiful.
Thank you.
Bringing us all together, like that's like, cause like to me, when I started doing YouTube, honest to God, I was like, Mightyboyz, like I was like, I'm gonna make this the biggest like channel. I'm not look outside, just, and that's like an unhealthy mindset to have, and that's what they teach us as content creators, just to be about yourself, blow up. So it's kind of like feed your family. That's pretty much it.
Right.
So like you opening up that space, like, hey, like no, like this is how it's supposed to be done. All of us coming together. So I'm just giving you your flowers, Quade.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, that's the show. Check yourself. Check your mental health. Thank you for coming on the show. The Mightyboyz. We got Reese.
Hopefully we come back soon. Hopefully we're back for episode 2.
All 3 of you guys.
Yeah,
here.
all 3 of us. We slide for sure.
For sure. Thank you.